Oos, I am back. Feels kind of weird not having Wade here. I've been doing the podcast. Shout out to the breakdown. It's been amazing doing this new project and doing the podcast with Wade, which is on Spotify and iTunes now. We've been killing it.
I'm alive, but I'm dead. I kind of got a raspy voice right now.
I know.
Yo, my girl watching.
Now I'm back on my main channel. It has been what feels like forever. What have you guys missed, to be honest? Let's talk about that. Number one, I got engaged. I proposed to Alana, so we'll be getting married in about a year. Also, my football season started. Right now, we're 1-0. Well, 2-0 because the second team forfeited, but we won 34-0. That was a great time.
There's a snap. The fake. Now it's a flush to his left. He got it. He's got a man that's boxing.
But in the YouTube world, my name got mentioned in the Logan Paul and True Jordy podcast. Fighters have been jumped. YouTubers have been jumped. Fights have been announced and canceled. It's been madness. Tommy Fury, Jake Paul. But UFC 276 is coming up this Saturday. This card is crazy. I was just looking through the prelims and the undercard. I can't believe how many names I missed. I had to go to my phone. Early prelims: Uriah Hall, Jessica I, Macy Barber, Robbie Lawler, Donald Cerrone, Jim Miller, and obviously Izzy, Volk, Max, Pereira, Strickland, Misha, O'Malley. Stacked. Now, this video is sponsored by DraftKings. DraftKings is the official betting sponsor of the UFC. Now, DraftKings has some new UFC features. They have same-game parlays, gives you opportunity for bigger payouts, and also combine multiple bets like which fighter will win, number of knockouts. It gives you a better shot for a bigger payout. Now, if Sportsbook is not in your state, check out DraftKings Daily Fantasy, where they're going to have huge contests for this weekend's event and this weekend's event 276. Now, new DraftKings customers, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code Sensei. All you got to do is throw down $5, okay, and you'll get $100 of free bets no matter what. Okay, again, that's code Sensei. All you got to do is throw down $5, and you get $100 in free bets no matter what. So don't say I never did anything for you, because this sounds like a nice hookup, honestly. Again, use code Sensei. Oos. Now KSI training with Alexis over at the Shoot Fighting Camp. We know by now that there have been some boxers who have trained there under Alexis, and legitimate professional world-class world beaters, right? Best of the best have fought there and trained there. Now, I will say it seems as though that those guys were already boxers, right? Maybe to add to their game. They like Alexis training, the environment, training with other fighters. There's things that they can get from there that they're not going to get in a traditional boxing environment. So there is something there that you could say you could be concerned about, because it's not like he's developed boxers right from the beginning into world-class, world champion level boxers. So there may be some things that JJ will be missing when it comes to the traditional development of someone doing traditional boxing. Now, I don't want to seem biased because I'm a martial artist at heart, and, people know I've done MMA, and I like to mix it up and blend the concepts together, even though I've done boxing, not just strictly doing boxing training. But regardless of it being a boxing or an MMA or a combat gym, the reason I think it's a great move is because of the environment. And I think people call it the rub. Right, so when you train with somebody who's better than you or a world champion in any sport, you go one-on-one with like a world-class basketball player, you're playing soccer with somebody who's world-class, you get to see how they train, how they approach the fight, their attitude, their mentality, the coaching, the entire environment combined at world-class level, at that intense level of fighting and combat. That can only have like a tremendous positive impact on you, especially someone like JJ, because he hasn't been training with guys who are world-class professional boxers. And yes, I'm like referring to people like me or Gib, like you're training with other YouTubers who are kind of in a similar spot that he is, that has little experience and learning the game, and we're developing and growing together. But now to be placed in an environment like that with with that level of training and that level of experience of fighters in there, I feel like this is going to take JJ to a whole new level. Because in fighting, there's the skill set, and then there's the instincts, and then there's decision making, right? So you have your skills and your talent and your ability, right? Your ability to throw a punch, and you see that hitting the mitts or moving around or in sparring, whatever. Then you have instincts that you see in sparring, how quickly they react to things, and just their skill set being used in actual combat. And then you have decision making, the way that you decide to fight, your approach, your counters, right? How your adjustments, those things. And the guys that are the best of the best are the best at those little things. So when you're around guys like that, and you're training in an environment like that, and you're sparring with guys like that, I feel like you're going to grow so fast, because the things that make you a world-class fighter, the little things in and out of the ring, the composure, the attitude, the approach, I think he's going to grow so much from being around those other fighters, regardless of training in an MMA gym and training with Lexus. Just being around that level of fighting and that level of combat and that much experience is going to take JJ to a whole new level and bring his confidence to a whole new level. So I think it's a plus. I know some people might think because it's an MMA gym, it's not boxing, he may have like a weird style, so to speak. And again, this is nothing against Leon and Vidal, obviously, but when you're talking about other fighters, being able to train alongside other fighters at that level, I think that's just invaluable. So I think in that case, it's a plus. Now, if only he could combine them, right? Have Vidal and Leon and Alexis in that environment, I think that would be the perfect storm. I think that would be best case scenario. Now, my goal is to make some more main channel videos and get back onto some sort of grind. But I've been quite busy, and I'm starting to do the things that I said I would never do. But I'm probably gonna do it anyways, because that's what I typically end up doing anyways. But we'll get more into that pretty soon, probably talking on the podcast or on my main channel or both. But I've been training more, so my schedule has gotten even more crammed. But it's a good thing. It's all good. I love being this busy, at least for certain parts of the year. I'm looking forward to the return on this and to look back at these times with the hard work I'm putting in now. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it at that and talk to you guys soon. Leave a like and subscribe. Oos.